Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is our podcast today, and we are likely to talk about Valentine. As you know, today we mark the 14th of February. We always mark Valentine Day. And your host is John. I would like to introduce my guest. I will start with my far right. Kindly introduce yourselves.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here to talk about Valentine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Horace. And the second person we are going to introduce.
I'm also glad to be here,
George. Thank you so much, Mr. George. We are going to our last guest.
I'm Duncan. I'm also glad to be here.
Thank you so much. So, Mr. Horace.
Yes.
Valentine. What do you understand by Valentine?
Okay. According to my understanding, I understand Valentine as first the origin is from Rome. I think you know the Roman people during those days. It was a big empire, and there was this era when marriage was not allowed in Roman, so people were punished if you are found maybe dating or having an affair, planned to marry. So there was this guy known as he was a priest called Valentine. He was helping these people who were ready to get married. He was in fact ordaining their marriage secretly, and when he died, that's when people started commemorating this Valentine priest.
Oh, that's really wonderful gesture from Mr. Horace, and he has made me to understand something I didn't understand about Valentine. I would just like to also inquire from George. Mr. George, do you celebrate Valentine?
When you mean do you celebrate Valentine, from my point of view, celebration means you have the capacity. You would have the wish, but not capacity of it.
So seemingly you celebrate.
But again, it boils down to, I'd say, personal principles about it. Just the same way God has put it. Valentine in itself is somebody's name, idea. And 14th February is the day that individual died. That was way back in 14 AD. And the reason for his death was synonymously, I would put it for the Bible people as a martyr or a martyr death.
Yeah.
Because he died opposing a principle that was enforced to them that the Roman soldiers were not allowed to marry. And then he was secretly uniting couples who were soldiers who had the will to marry. So when that was realized, then he was put to death, ideally in a matter of nature. So the date that happened was on 14th of February. And now we understand individuals and the euphoria that comes out of that death. People started then celebrating the 15th of February as a day to commemorate his death. But then now they forged it ahead to symbolizes love because of what he stood for. So I'd say celebrating it for me, I wouldn't celebrate it. I would commemorate the death of someone else. So that is the original idea of 14th February, is the death of Valentine. Otherwise, that is the reason why I'd say, why it's that I was in a position to still not be skeptical. So.
Okay. Mr. Dan, your view?
My view is just like the day that people spread, you can like do something to spread love to those people. You think that you want to have something, or your family, or girlfriend, boyfriend, or any other person, but it does not mean that it might only be limited to girlfriend or boyfriend thing. Yes.
Mr. Horace, would you sacrifice for love, like right now?
Okay. Love. Love is a scandal nowadays. For sure it is. A long time people were sacrificing for love, but this modernity, love has taken a different route, and the route is so tormenting. Like you find most people like this era, a girl or a boy who is 14, 13 years has gone through heartbreak. It is not working.
Yes, the person was about love.
I'm coming to that. Yes. Yes or no? Yes or no? To me, yes, I can. According to me, I can. Oh, yes, sacrificing.
As at now, can you sacrifice comfort, your comfort that you have?
Not really.
For love.
I can't. I cannot sacrifice for love.
Mr. George, what is love?
What is love? That would be an open-ended question. I mean, love could be affection, could be actions, can be actionable, affections, so it depends on what specifically you want to drive from asking the question of love. Because we are religious again, we believe that we have both love in the Bible and love that we passionately profess. So love in the Bible, for example, give a different twist from what you profess as love. And that is why when the Bible breaks down love, there's agape, there's all manner of love. So for me, it would be affection, feelings, or action type of feelings towards an individual, equal, or just something.
Talking of love, even me, I know
it's a strong affection.
Strong affection
towards somebody.
Towards somebody. Yes. So I know like two. Right now we have two types of love. Let's talk about types, though we are just defining love. So
love is not towards something.
Okay.
Love can be towards something. It's
but right now, you know, with the topic we have to base it on somebody.
You didn't tell me you are basing on somebody.
Because of the topic.
Regardless, you can proceed basing it on somebody where you can then zero down to that.
Okay, then we have two types of love which I know as at now. The agape, which Mr. George has mentioned, and we have the one I know, another one is hero's love. Do you know the difference between them?
When you look at agape love, it means just the general love that you can just do something that is good to somebody else. But the other one is now strong affections towards somebody or something, whereby you get that you love this person because of a particular thing. Like you can love somebody because he's a relative, you can love somebody because he's your wife, you can love somebody because he's your child. So at that particular point now, it is not that agape, it is because of there is some feelings that is attracting you to a certain point. So at that particular point, that is, I think, something like.
So if I may ask, married couples,
yes,
which kind of love do they possess? Married couples.
You say again,
which kind of love do they possess?
You told us we have agape and hero's love.
Yeah.
I wanted to contest though, but I wanted to understand your perspective of explaining what is hero's love.
Okay, to me, hero's love, just to put it in layman's language, in a simple way, we'll say like heroes is just that love without any bad intention in it. Hero's love is a kind of love which can involve sinning in it.
Involve sinning.
Sinning. I think you know the sinning you're talking. You know sinning. So hero's love mostly involves someone can end up. It mostly involves sinning.
In short, we're talking about intimacy.
It will be something like intimacy.
Yes,
which is not allowed. Let me use the term biblically.
Yes,
that is heroes. When we go to agape, is that the love which is allowed. So we have two types of love here. The allowed one and the one which is not allowed. Don't use that term.
I strongly.
Okay.
I have a sharp contrast.
If we can take it this way, love is something that is very wide. We can describe love in different ways, and then there is types of love.
Exactly.
If we can use our Bible, since we are Christian, we can describe Bible love from Bible, just like creation theory. We have theoretical belief, and also the scientific belief. Yeah. So love can also be described that way. Love in the Bible is talking about it is something that covers everything. It covers weaknesses. It covers all that other people might see as as maybe a bad thing on someone. So
okay, let me just cut you short.
Yeah.
When like we know very well that even in the Bible has got a specific maybe age group.
Yeah.
for people to be involved in, let me say, intimacy. You see, and you find like maybe there are some people who are involved in this intimacy, yet they have not attained that age. Which kind of love is this?
I want to.
That is lust. That is not love.
That's how to categorize it.
Actually, not lust. Lust are often committed those who attain the age.
Yes.
Because we based our reference so much in the Bible. Fortunately enough, dance sahi and I never now when we base our analysis or analogies in the Bible, I would say all types of love are found in the Bible. I wouldn't know a name that sums up each type of love, but I would have a description of each type of love. I wouldn't be restricted into two types, the heroes and agape that you were saying.
Yes.
Reason is, for agape basically is a Christian love.
Yes, exactly.
That is love, because by virtue of you coming together for one common purpose of following Christ, it gives you or it makes you love.
I think
that becomes agape.
We put it religious love, not Christian, because we'll be very
basically religious love. And then again, there's love between family members or rather among family members. That is also a type of love, because by virtue of being my cousin, being my sister, being my brother, being my mother, I'll automatically love you. Yeah. But this love is not an attraction. It's not an attraction towards romance.
Yeah.
And then there's love that is romantic love. I mean, let's not. I had aspect of minors and people who have attained a certain age. I feel if biblically that categorization is not there. There's not age for marriage in the Bible. I would challenge any of us can tell. There's no age of marriage in the Bible. Otherwise, the age of marriage is now brought in by aspect of rules that govern specific countries depending on what they put as an age that is attainable or that is allowed for someone to engage in such kind of aspect. But then we have romantic love. In our case, in our setup, in a Kenyan system, it's a love that should begin when somebody attains the age of 18 years old. Otherwise, any person who attains below that age, then that should not be a romantic love. It's categorized in different cases. But it could be something leading into fornication and all that aspect. So romantic love should also extend. The same question we ask, born and a baby should extend there because they are attracted romantically, right? And then I think I've stated the four love. This one you say that there's sinful love. That was I was totally disagreeing that there's no love that is sinful. The fact is that probably in the love people tend to commit sins. Especially when somebody asks, can you sacrifice for love? Now the level of sacrifice for love would mean you can do something sinful to protect your love or not sinful. So sin coming in is just a level and then you go to exercise their love or to prove their love. But not that there's love that is sinful. All love are good. All love are intentional. And if you intend to do something wrong to prove your love, then that is case by case situation.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. What I understand about agape love, what I said earlier, when you have good intention, it doesn't matter when it is your relative, it doesn't matter when it is your spouse, it doesn't matter. So long as it is in good intentions and it is something approved before the eyes of the eyes of God, then this one we can refer to it as agape, something approved by God. But now when it is now the other side where we feel like this person is sinning, you know very well, like you know the kind of the one I'm saying, the hero's love, you should just get it in a way like there are some things you do, like maybe to say you are going to school, you are still in high school, then you are woman, you in terms of your relationship you are dating even more than one person, you know very well that is not your capability.
Is it wrong to date one person? With more than one person?
Okay. In Christianity, now let us leave alone maybe Islamic. In Christianity, it is not allowed for you to have more than one wife.
John, do you have a proof in that? Especially when you say in Christianity.
Is there anywhere?
That proof can be gotten from, so that we should be on the same page. Like,
Yeah,
That's why it is true.
Yeah.
It is in
Acts also
yes.
talks about having one wife.
I would suggest if we can read it.
Yeah, you can read. Can somebody check? You can.
it is okay. Someone can just
I'm a
go.
Christian.
Check.
But I went to church today.
Check. Let's
I'm on the other side.
check.
If you tell me the verse, I will check.
But what I know, you are allowed to check. But what I know very well, the only religion which allows more than one wife, we know very well is Islamic. They allow up to 5.
No, 4.
It is 4, 5. Okay, that's correction is allowed. But in Christianity, it is 1. Even if you go to the civil way, it is also 1. So
You cannot have 2.
no, you can't.
And David had how many wives?
I'm saying, Christianity, if you want to follow the right channel of
That was not a Christian sometimes. Like
David did not marry. That was the so-called before church and priesthood. You see, but when you marry before church, it is in Christianity. It is only a maximum of 1 and a minimum of 1.
I ask you to prove in Christianity. I ask you to prove, because what I know in the Bible, in fact, you told me to check, and the checking is finding what I remember. Because in the first Timothy, when I remember when Paul writes to Timothy, he tells him that church leaders should have 1 wife. That was Paul's letter to Timothy. But there's no anywhere told in the Bible that Christians
must now. There was no limits.
Okay, let's go to the albums called the laws of marriage in Christianity.
You know, there is this thing that we are missing. If you look at Christianity, there is what is called the biblical aspect.
Yes.
And there is what is called now the whatever somebody how you interpret. That is the difference.
No. Let me tell you, Christianity, we have to follow the biblical thing. There's no way you want to be a Christian without relating to the Bible.
You know, the problem that we have now is that is there any part of the Bible or any clause that says that now you must only have this? Like the Muslims, they talk about 4. Is there any other way that now Christians they say you must have 1?
Okay, before we proceed a little bit further,